Bison, the comeback of the American plains animals. For centuries, bison roamed the vast grasslands of North America, shaping the ecosystem and supporting indigenous cultures. However, by the late 1800s, these iconic animals were nearly wiped out due to overhunting and habitat loss. Today, thanks to conservation efforts, bison are making an incredible comeback, reclaiming their place on the American plains. Let's explore their fascinating history, near extinction, and remarkable recovery. What are bison? Bison are massive, shaggy-haired mammals that belong to the Bovidae family, making them relatives of cows and buffaloes. Key characteristics. White heavy checkmark. Scientific name, bison. White heavy checkmark. Weight, 900 to 2,000 pounds, 400 to 900 kilograms. White heavy checkmark. Height, up to 6.5 feet, 2 meters, at the shoulder. White heavy checkmark. Lifespan, 15 to 20 years in the wild. White heavy checkmark. Speed, up to 40 miles per hour, 64 kilometers per hour. White heavy checkmark. Habitat, grasslands, plains, and open forests. Many people mistakenly call bison buffalo, but true buffalo are found in Africa and Asia. The American bison is unique to North America. The dominance of bison in the American plains. Before European settlers arrived, millions of bison roamed North America. Their presence played a crucial role in the ecosystem and the lives of Native American tribes. A keystone species. Sheaf of rice. Bison help maintain the balance of the prairie ecosystem by grazing on grasses, which prevents overgrowth and supports plant diversity. Creating wallows, dust baths, that form small ponds when it rains, helping other species. Spreading seeds through their fur and droppings, aiding plant growth. B. Vital to Native American culture. Bow and arrow. For many indigenous tribes, bison were a source of food, clothing, shelter, and tools. Every part of the animal was used. Meat for food. Hides for clothing and shelter. Bones and horns for tools and weapons. Dung as fuel for fires. The bison was sacred to Native American traditions, symbolizing strength, unity, and survival. The near extinction of bison. By the 1800s, bison populations dropped from millions to just a few hundred. This decline was caused by A. Overhunting by settlers. Direct hit. European settlers and traders hunted bison in massive numbers for their hides and meat. Railroads made it easy for hunters to kill thousands of bison per day. B. Government extermination policies. Warning. The U.S. government encouraged bison hunting to weaken Native American tribes, who depended on them. By the 1880s, fewer than 1,000 bison remained. C. Habitat loss. Building construction. As settlers expanded westward, bison lost their natural grasslands to farming and cattle ranching. Diseases from domestic livestock also spread to bison, reducing their numbers further. At one point, bison were on the brink of extinction, but a handful of conservationists refused to let them disappear forever. The great comeback of bison. Bison's survival today is one of America's greatest conservation success stories. A. Conservation efforts begin. Seedling. In the early 1900s, efforts to save bison started. Ranchers and Native American leaders protected the few remaining bison. The American Bison Society was founded to breed and restore wild herds. B. National Parks and Protected Lands National Park. In 1905, Yellowstone National Park became the first refuge for wild bison. Today, bison are protected in national parks, wildlife reserves, and Native American lands. C. Bison populations rebound chart increasing. From fewer than 1,000 bison, their numbers have grown to over 500,000 today. 30,000 live in conservation herds, protected wild bison. The rest are raised on private lands for sustainable farming. Bison have become a symbol of American conservation success. The role of Native American tribes in bison restoration. Many Native American tribes have played a major role in bison conservation. A. Tribal bison programs camping. Over 80 tribes have bison restoration programs. They manage herds on tribal lands, reconnecting with their cultural traditions. Bison provide food, economic benefits, and spiritual significance. B. The return of the Buffalo Project Bow and Arrow. Led by Native organizations, this project aims to restore millions of bison to native lands. The goal is to rebuild native food sovereignty and protect the environment. For many Native American communities, bringing back the bison is about restoring history, culture, and balance. The future of bison, challenges and hope. Despite their comeback, bison still face challenges in the modern world. A. Limited wild space. Sheaf of rice. Most bison today live on private lands, not as free-roaming wild animals. True wild bison are still restricted to a few parks and reserves. B. Conflicts with cattle ranchers. Cow. Ranchers fear that wild bison may spread diseases to cattle. Some state laws restrict bison movements, limiting their ability to roam freely. C. Climate change. Globe showing Europe-Africa. Changes in grassland ecosystems and extreme weather could impact bison food sources. Conservationists must adapt strategies to protect bison in a warming world. Conclusion: the bison's return to glory. The American bison's story is one of resilience, survival, and renewal. From near extinction to a symbol of conservation success, these majestic animals continue to thrive. Thanks to national parks, Native American efforts, and dedicated conservationists, bison are once again roaming the American plains. While challenges remain, the future looks brighter than ever for these incredible animals. Will we one day see millions of wild bison roaming freely again? Only time will tell, but their journey is far from over. Sheaf of rice.